Hey, howdy, hey partners, it's TodayIGrewUP, and today I'm super excited because we have a custom Ken mod. Let's get into it.
You're watching Today I Grew Up!
Now give me the microphone.
No!
It's my turn. You're watching Today I Grew Up. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Excited to be back with you today, partners. As you know, I've customized Ken on this channel before. If you haven't seen that custom Ken mod, click the card in the corner of your screen. It'll take you to that video. This is a classic Ken from Toy Story 3. Love the outfit. The scene with Barbie and him meeting for the first time. Nice ascot. It's always made me laugh. Super funny. And in my collection, as I've built up the villains from Toy Story 3 on this shelf, I always looked at it and I thought something is missing. You know what's missing from my shelf for the villains? Villain version of Ken. So I thought, why don't I just find a used Ken doll and try to make my own cool Ken that's like the villain side of him. I remember when I got this is the Hawaiian Ken from 2010 Toy Story 3 era. His hair was a little bit too dark for me, and I thought if I just painted it, it would lighten up, and it did, so it looks a lot better and more like the movie. Now, I do like to avoid messy paints where I can, but he really needed it, and so because he's my main Ken, I didn't mind painting that, and I also painted the shoes. So he looks great. I love him a lot. He's got the clothes from the Animal Loving Ken set from 1988, and that looks really good on him, and everything else is original to that old Ken with a reuse 2010 body. Now, this one goes on eBay for like $300 in the set with Barbie, and it's just too expensive. And even if you find him loose, this Ken, because it looks exactly like Toy Story 3 Ken, he goes for up to $300 or by himself. I did not want to spend that kind of money for Villain Ken. My good friend Dakota Marie Craft on Instagram, also known as Disney Barbie Girl, she's on YouTube. She was amazing and really helped me with sourcing things that I need for this Ken. She found me the eBay auction where I found this Ken, and he's a vintage one. He's actually an original one from 1968 from my understanding. And he came with a Corvette and a Barbie. The Barbie broke during shipping, which is unfortunate, but I'm just glad Ken survived the journey. And so he looks great, and I'm just really excited because he's the perfect movie accurate style Ken. Basically what they modeled him after the movie was this Ken from 1968. It was really cheap price. I think it was like $30, which I don't really need all that stuff, but it was a good price. And then I found the Etsy clothes for $20. These are from 1991, I believe. The Cool Career Ken clothes, and so I just needed a scarf. So then I went to my local craft store, found the right scarf material, cut it out. He has a lot of gunk on his face, so what I'm gonna do, it was recommended by the Disney Barbie Girl that I get soap, dish soap, and also some baking soda. Also some rubbing alcohol if that's necessary. For some reason, I don't know, whoever sold this Ken thought it was a great idea to dress him in like, it looks like he's in PJs, but it's like a Prince Eric outfit, I think. It looks like Prince Eric from Little Mermaid or something. So we're going to take this off because we got to inspect the details. Here in the back, it says Mattel, and it's made in 1968. Wow, this toy is very old. Way older than me. Made in China. Here is Naked Ken, something I never thought I would say on this channel. What's up, guys? This is really funny. So this is what he looks like, and he's got really rubbery legs. Like they're really rubber and kind of soft and flexible. Let me know in the comment section below if that's original to the doll to have rubbery, softer legs. And obviously his head is squishy, and you can squish that in. The rest of his body is like a hard plastic that is not flexible. So the legs are a different material. Check out these groovy pants. This is awesome. Kind of makes sense. He was made in 1968, close to the 70s, when groovy became a thing. I have my dish soap solution here, and I'm going to get this really soft bristle toothbrush. See if I can scrub some of that gunk off of Ken. Here's a little before of what it looks like before I scrub his face. It's a lot of, I'm not sure if that's paint or what the heck that is, but we're going to try to scrub all that off.
A few moments later.
Ken hit the showers, and he's looking pretty good. I really like how I was able to scrub most of that gunk off of his face. It just seems like it was gunk or grime. It was some kind of dirt. It wasn't paint, because if it was paint, I don't think it would come off, but he looks like he just shaved. He's all clean and nice. It was hard to get some of the speckles off of the body, this part, but this material was able to scrape off a lot easier, which was more important for me to get the face right. So I'm very happy with the final result. It is a huge difference from what we just saw before. So this is your before and after. I'm really happy the dish soap actually worked. Next, we're going to put on his tank top. Looking groovy, Ken. He's looking awesome. This is a really old tank top. This is the original one from the 90s. And so are the pants, which are in pretty great condition. They're faded maybe a little bit. I heard the black shoes were not original to this outfit, but they look great. They're just plain black shoes. So that does do the job for me and this look for Ken. So I went to Michael's, my local craft store. They actually have fabric now that you can buy. I was able to find this, and that was awesome. Here's the information if you're looking to score it yourself. I thought it was the perfect pink. I was trying to match it to the screen as much as I could. This was the closest color I could get. For Ken, I was able to cut off the scarf, but now we have a problem. We have some frayed edges here. Big thanks to Dakota, Disney Barbie Girl, for this fray check. She told me about it to get it. It's a liquid seam sealant. What you do is you put this on the ends of the fabric so that it will not keep fraying. I found this fray check at Joann's Fabrics, which is a local store to me where I live, but I think they have other locations throughout the country. I read in the directions here to get a pin and to poke it from the top to open it up inside. This is not something I have ever done before in my life, so if I mess up, you're going to see that. Just going to wet the ends. Supposedly it dries clear, so I'm going to do this along all the edges so that we don't get more fraying. While we wait for that fray check to dry, it takes about 15 and 30 minutes. Let's look at the jacket. It's really nice. I think because it is older from the 90s and the style of material, they are prone to flaking or cracking. I could be wrong, but that's what the person who sold it to me told me to be careful because you don't want to handle it too much.
You handle him too much, he's not going to last.
As these fabrics are very fragile with time, and I will put this on him very carefully. As Ken would say, I'm not a girl's toy. I'm not. So funny.
What do you expect from a girl's toy?
I'm not a girl's toy. I'm not. Why do you guys keep saying that?
Before we put the scarf on, I want to talk about the stand. So I went with black because I thought, since he's villain Ken, we should get a black one to kind of match him. I did get a white stand for our regular Toy Story 3 Ken here, so I decided why not get a black one for this one. So if you want to get this stand for this Ken, or it works with Barbie as well, go to the pinned comments and I should have an Amazon link to where I got mine. Alright, the stand works perfectly, and I'm glad that it keeps the jacket kind of closed so it doesn't really flare out. So that's going to look great for the shelf. Ken is going to join the other villains from Toy Story 3 on that shelf. Super awesome. And yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm just super happy with this. And now it's time to put on his scarf. Wow, this Ken is looking amazing. I'm so happy with the final result. So what I did is, it was a little long, the scarf, so I cut it there, added some more fray check on the end so it won't fray. I also kind of folded it so it looks kind of bunched up, and I just copied the screenshot as much as I could to get him to look like he had that scarf. I did leave a longer piece of the scarf in his jacket in case I need it more length in the future, and it's hidden away so you can't see it, but I did notice in the movie the scarf was short on this part. It wasn't very long. This was a lot longer in the movie for the blue scarf that he had. So that's really cool, and very cool to see like the differences between the standard Ken and the villain Ken that I have now. And I do kind of prefer these looks for these Kens and what I did for these custom mods that you see here. Let me know what you think of these Kens in the comment section below, but this Ken came out amazing. Finally, here he is, Toy Story 3 Villain Ken. How I envisioned in my head that I wanted on my shelf. It is really, really cool to see him come to life as my imagination was like, how would it look like on my shelf? And now I know. It was really nice to source from Etsy. These clothes were only about $20, so that was really cheap to find because usually they go for a lot more. And it's nice that they're original from the 90s. Another cool addition was the scarf that was custom made by me. I think it looks really nice. And the body itself from 1968, this Ken looks straight out of the movie, and I couldn't be happier. And although the shoes are not original to that Cool Career Ken Rockstar set, it works good enough for me. I think the shoes look perfect. It still matches the outfit nicely, and it really does look like Ken from Toy Story 3 in villain outfit. Are you going to do this custom Ken, or do you already have one? Let me know what you have in your collection. I love to hear about it. And here's Ken on my villain shelf for Toy Story 3. I think he looks amazing. As always, partners, Thank you so much for watching, liking, and commenting on these videos. It really helps support what I do here on YouTube. If you'd like to continue to support me in this journey, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you're alerted for future videos on this channel, and I'll see you partners on the next video review.
You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear. You're an action figure.
You are a sad, strange little man. You are a sad, strange little man. That might be.
You are a child's plaything.
Hey, Ham, look, I'm Picasso.
I don't get it.